The best automotive parts that money can buy. Autolite. Autolite is a growing part of Ford, the better idea company.
He was right. I don't have sound. There we go. Good evening, goblins and ghouls. Welcome to the Wednesday night Scream Stream mini-sodes. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening, everybody.
How we doing? Sorry about all that. Getting a little discombobulated coming in. Was juggling a couple different things at once. How we doing tonight, Evan?
We're doing great. I just chugged a whole bowl of soup, so I'm feeling pretty invigorated right now. I'm all brothed up.
Look out, everybody. Evan's feeling soupy tonight. Who knows what he's gonna do? Gotta look out. Could yield unpredictable consequences from chugging all that soup.
Man, surely that's been done by now, right?
You would hope, although it's fun. It's crazy when you think about all the good puns that have just been lying there, like waiting for a joke. You know, the low-hanging fruit, right? Like, but if nobody's done it, it's not really low-hanging fruit. You know,
able to leap over a chowder with a single stride.
Yeah, that would be a feat, to be sure.
Real super.
So we're doing super this evening. I hope everybody else is doing super out there. Kathy and Glastra, thank y'all for giving us the heads up on the audio. It's crazy because that's right, Glastra. Wednesday night for the soup, Friday nights for the cocktails. That's Evan's. Those are Evan's rules to live by.
That's what I eat. That's my whole diet is soup and alcohol.
You heard it here first. Evan's on an exclusive diet that is pretty much just soup and alcohol. So, of course, my light is all kinds of wonky. I'm trying to fix it. Yeah, you can tell I'm all discombobulated coming into tonight. My set.
Let me ask you, Garrett. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm just preparing for our show on Friday, and so I've been moving stuff around, playing with different things in Streamlabs, and so I've been looking at Streamlabs all day. So now coming in and actually doing the real show, it's like, wait, what's this? What did I put this there? Why did I move this?
How do I do this show again?
Yeah, kind of just factory reset myself on how I do this friggin' show, but I figured it out. We're good now. So, we're here on another wonderful Wednesday evening, bringing you another hopefully chilling episode of Suspense. And yes, Glasser, that was basically what my day was like, as if I was just monster mashed by a giant like monster fist, kind of like in a cartoon, just bong bong until my brain was soup. Back on the soup. There we go.
And that was my dinner.
That was yeah, that's right. That's what Evanston was. But yeah, so we're back.
On a zombie diet.
Oh, that's the new fad, huh? The zombie diet. Okay.
You only eat brains.
We're writing a book on it. It's not. We haven't. The evidence has not been proven yet, but we're getting close. So stay tuned for that. But yes, we are. Way a brain food. That's right. So yes, we're here. We're gonna enjoy another episode of Suspense, which last week was our first episode of Suspense, and it was a pretty suspenseful, tension-filled episode. Yeah. Of course, it didn't hurt that it starred Boris Karloff as I wanted to call him a criminal mastermind, but he kind of got outsmarted in the end. So
yeah. Well, he was up against pretty. How do you beat a curse? I guess
that's true. You're from the very beginning. You're already screwed going right into it. You don't stand a chance. So I think that's unfortunately. That made the punchline though for the end, because it was just Karloff talking about what a great criminal mastermind he is, until at the end he realizes he's no match for this curse, and then
that's
that.
That's
that. So it was good. It was interesting. It was a good way to kick off the show, and a good way to bring us into suspense. And so now we've got an episode that last week we briefly touched on how this early television anthology show evolved from radio, and from a very popular radio show called Suspense. And this episode that we're watching tonight, I believe, was one of the more popular radio tales that they adapted multiple times, I think.
Okay.
From my
I'm wondering. Looking at the title here, I'm wondering now.
Yes, so tonight's episode is entitled On a Country Road. So, kind of mysterious. What could it be? Leaves a lot up in the air there with that title, but it is
this week's monster is West Virginia.
That's right. Yeah, we're getting an early Deliverance inspiration. The horrors of the backwoods. We're getting a prototype of that. No, I don't know. I don't know what we're getting. I have tried.
I saw the title and I thought, that sounds pretty pleasant actually. That doesn't sound so scary at all. I love being on a country road.
Does, especially if you live in the country, if you live in a rural area, then you have some pretty nice country roads to just cruise around on. It's a good time. So it does at first first sight, it does give you some kind of chill vibes, but could it be that serene image?
Cow? I like that idea.
That would be fun. That would be good. Yeah, is every episode just going to focus on a curse? That would be... Ooh. Life is just full of curses. That's
cow
what
tips you over.
Oh no. Yeah, look out. Look out. What is this? Soviet Russia? No, we would be lucky if it was a cow. I don't know. I'm excited. This is one of the radio adaptations that I saw for this featured Cary Grant. So, obviously it's good enough for Cary Grant. It must be a pretty quality, although he's not in tonight's
good enough for us
television adaptation, unfortunately. But we got a Cary Grant type, maybe you could say. I don't know, John Forsythe in his younger days. That's who we'll see tonight, and we'll talk more about him later. This is, again, as we saw last week, and if you've caught any of our past mini-sodes where we've watched an old television anthology series from the very early infancy of television, you'll know that this is live TV. So, you know, there's a chance you're going to get flubs or mistakes or goofs. And that's just live broadcasting. And
they'll just actually get into a car accident. They're on a country road.
Right. Live. Anything can happen live. And you'll get a taste of that on Friday. But we're gonna that's a little tease for the end of the show. We'll give you some more details about what we've got going on Friday the 13th. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Ooh. But yes, but we're gonna chill out on this Wednesday with chill out with some suspense. I don't know if you can chill out with suspense. That's what we're doing.
Try.
We're gonna try. We're certainly gonna give it the old college try. So, anything before we get into tonight's episode, Evan?
You know, I want to retract my earlier statement, or maybe at least alter it. Country roads are nice, but I'm remembering what happens when you are coming home late and suddenly there's a deer, and that's probably scarier than anything we've seen on this show.
That's true. Yeah, that's what would. Maybe it's gonna be a cursed deer. Maybe that's.
I mean, that's just a regular deer.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's
just it's standing in the road.
It's just got wasting disease. That's all. That's why it looks so strange. I don't know. We'll see what's up. So without further ado, Evan, if you have it queued up.
I've got it.
And guess what? I don't. So let me just cue that up. Lickety split.
Well, Garrett, if you have it queued up,
I do. Then thank you, Evan. Then on that note, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of Suspense on a Country Road right now. Skip the title sequence.
Worse than a London fog.
We're in no hurry.
All this Sunday traffic, too.
David, relax.
Creeping along like this gives me the creeps. Can't you say it's a fog? This is Maine, you dope. In Maine, we have fog. Ah, shut up, for crying out loud.
Please prepare.
What are you, some hick from New York?
Got him. You know all those hicks in New York.
All these summer jerks from New York. I don't know why this
can't drive in a little fog.
Get out and walk.
Oh, relax, David. Relax and enjoy the smell of the salt air. Just listen
This
to
road's
that.
It's kind
Where
of
are
bumpy.
we anyway?
Yeah, it's not just a bunch of heavy stage hands shaking the car.
Hit that road back by West Hartswell.
Whoa, we're driving.
Man, the suspension's shot all to hell in this car.
Yeah. At least we're moving. Call out if you see a whale ahead, Skipper. And listen for cars.
Because you better hope that you don't get into an accident standing up in the
I'm
car
glad
like
you
that.
remembered the shortcut.
Yeah, about 5 miles.
Are they about to get carbon
North
monoxide
Brunswick,
poisoning?
Cuts out Brunswick.
That's where those fisherman shacks are, isn't it?
Live.
And then we hit a tarred road over the Blueberry Plains. We'll make fine time.
Whose idea was it to run a car with the stage door
It
closed?
might be war news.
Police this afternoon issued a
Joker
warning
strikes
to all
again.
residents of the state of Maine to be on the lookout for Nellie Geller, a middle-aged woman described as dangerous and insane. She escaped this morning from Restview Mental Hospital in Augusta after killing a doctor and a ward attendant.
Oh
It's
shit.
the same Nellie Geller who a year ago murdered a young woman on the street in Bangor.
Sounds more like my mother-in-law.
Don't you mean my mother-in-law?
Hey, take a look in the back seat, see if our lobsters are still there.
Lobsters?
You go rouse somebody.
Yes?
We're out of gas.
No, but we will be soon.
But why stop here?
Gas station.
Here?
We're out of gas.
You stay here. I'll
Classic.
see if I can rouse somebody.
Did you see that? Somebody in the background?
No, I missed it. Ooh, spooky
Anybody
set.
home? Anybody home?
Oh, nice product placement.
You remember this place?
There is a poster for Autolite in the corner. In the,
Wait, David, maybe
it was in the bottom. It's on the
I
door.
hate to get stuck out in the middle of nowhere with no gas.
It's a little
People
sign.
do things like that.
Like what?
Killing other people.
Ask the psychology department. I teach math.
Why didn't they just put her to sleep instead of locking her up? Then she couldn't have escaped.
I guess they hope they could cure her. I wonder if they left that gas pump unlocked.
Portland, Maine. All residents and motorists in the southern part of the state are warned to be on the alert for the escape of Nellie Geller.
She's described as being right behind you.
Silent attendant with a meat cleaver. She's described as a woman on
What?
medium build,
What is
gray
this?
hair, and remarkably strong. 100 police and volunteers are searching the area. All residents are warned to report any
Nice.
woman answering this
Oh, come on now, Doctor. We're 40 miles from the asylum.
Don't you dare! Don't you ever dare do that again!
I'm really sorry. I'm a low-down skunk. Such a pretty neck, too.
Hey, you! Hey, you!
Hey, you.
That's a state cop, isn't it? What does state cop be doing way off here?
What would you be doing way off here? See your license?
Who's this guy?
Everybody's showing up.
What's this stuff in the back seat? Are you traveling pairs now?
What's under the blanket?
Nothing, just some smuggled diamonds. Go on, reach in, feel for yourself.
Oh.
Oh, are they alive? Darling, why didn't you tell me we bought live lobsters?
Sheriff, we were on a picnic. We bought those lobsters at the Cindy Harbor Lobster Pound.
They're hungry.
Okay, Professor. You better
Got
get
'em.
back to Brunswick.
Well, we're waiting here for some gas.
No gas here. They run dry yesterday.
Well, where can we get some? We need it badly.
5 miles down the road. You folks seen any hitchhikers?
Hey, you're not by any chance looking for that escaped woman?
Okay, Professor, that's all.
Well, nice seeing you.
Sure you got gas enough to get there?
How's your... Keep my reeds empty. Still a couple of gallons left.
Now watch the forks. Got 2 forks. Take the right each time.
Okay, thanks.
Don't get lost in the fog.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Don't get lost in the fog.
A little too far for comfort, if you know what I mean.
Say, you hear how that old hag got out of the asylum? She beat up
Jesus.
3 husky guards and then killed one.
I'm feeling the suspense.
Well, that's the thing about a woman. You never can tell.
Wow. All right.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin. A few minutes ago, the decapitated bodies of an elderly man and woman were found by police near
Jeez, this lady's racking up a
Homeless
body
Church Road.
count.
She's on a
Police
tear.
believe they were killed by Nellie Geller, the insane woman now at large, who must have hitched a ride with them from Augusta. All persons are asked to be on the lookout for this woman. Here is her description
Turn
again.
that off, will you, darling?
She is medium build,
I'll
gray
get
hair,
you home when I can really
very
live.
strong.
You took 2 right forks already.
No, I didn't, just one.
But, darling, I'm sure that you did.
But, darling, if I can give a graduate course in differential calculus, I certainly ought to be able to count 2 right forks.
Oh, yes, dear, you ought.
Wow.
But you didn't.
Look at that glove compartment, will you? See if there's some hard candy, some butterscotch or peanut brittle. Anything you can stuff in your mouth. so you don't
Peanut
keep
brittle.
coughing. Then while you're silent, you might start remembering that your husband grew up around here. He's walked every inch of these roads as a boy.
Couldn't you make a mistake in the fall?
Couldn't you eat a pound of peanut brittle? I know where I am. Go right past Hartswell Center, and we take the left hard
Hartsville
road.
Center. That's where that woman just killed those 2 people. I wish we'd stayed on the highway with the other cars.
darling. We'll be home in half an hour.
Oh, I'm getting jittery. Riding along here with the woods on one side and that surf pounding on the other. Why are we stopping?
I thought I saw somebody cross the road.
Don't stop here.
Well, wait a minute. I just want to get my bearings.
Don't get out.
All right, I won't.
David, we must be lost. The odometer says we've gone 12 miles. Admit it, David, we're lost.
Okay, we're lost.
Wow.
Be that road map.
Didn't take much.
Surf is really frightening.
Yeah, it must be to the plankton.
To the what?
Plankton. Plankton must be scared silly in a surf like this. Well, when you really stop to think, but I don't suppose they're really as scared as the nectar.
David, have you gone
What?
crazy? David, there's someone moving. Please, let's get out of here.
What?
Oh, no, it can't be. David, we're not out of gas.
Afraid it sounds that way.
Oh, sweetie, what can we do?
Guess you're gonna have to walk.
That woman killed those two people.
Now, darling, don't be foolish.
Oh, David. I'm scared. Listen. Hear that?
What?
David, it's beginning to rain.
Oh, I'll put the top up. Darling, I tell you, we can't
Nice.
sit out here in the middle of nowhere for the rest of the night.
We're safer here than out there. David,
Yeah.
what if she is here?
Oh, I better turn these headlights off.
Yeah, why not turn the wipers off while you're at it?
Silly thing won't work.
What if she's worth? Oh, darling, don't you know the difference between plankton and nectar?
Oh, I feel safer with this top up.
Plankton's all that microscopic life you find in the sea. It just floats about with no control over its movements.
Suppose someone could smash through a canvas car.
What I was thinking was...
You're doing well.
What I was thinking was...
David, you're scared a little too, aren't you?
Uh-huh. Why not?
David, you hear that? Listen.
Oh, I just hear the storm.
Oh, listen.
Oh, I don't hear anything.
There it is again.
No.
God, I'm hearing a lot of noises. There's a clock, there's a ringing, there's...
Dog. There's a little dog barking.
Oh, David.
Oh, there must be a house nearby.
Oh, that's
Welcome,
great,
nice
David.
fan. Hope
Now,
you're
listen to
doing
me, darling.
well this
The
evening.
mathematical chances are 1 in 3 trillion that that woman is out there in the dark barking like a dog. There's a house nearby, and I'm going to find it.
I'm not going to stay here alone. I'm going with you.
All right, get the flashlight. It's in the glove compartment. Boy, well, I'd be glad to see a light in a friendly face.
Almost got him.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
She's hot on the trail. Some fresh victims. So we'll take a break right there. Let me let that organ note play out. Okay, right there at 10:30.
Okay.
So that is gonna take us to our first break. What do we think, Evan?
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the suspense. You know, this is it's a pretty simple thing, but it's it's effective. Like they still make things like this where it's somebody's out to get you.
Well,
They almost got you.
it's kind of a, I guess, a storyline or a narrative line that's been used many times, not just in television or film, but also in literature. Is it a Flannery O'Connor story where the family's in the car and they're hearing the news reports about the like escaped criminals or whatever, and then they're driving, they take a wrong turn, they're like out in the middle of nowhere, and then they come
Is
up
that a
on
good
these.
man?
Yeah, Good Man is Hard to Find or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's what that's called. But yeah, just this idea of people kind of being out on remote roads, and all of a sudden you're hearing on the radio there's a maniac or a group of criminals on the loose, like, and then inevitably you cross paths with them. It's a
Right.
it's,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
either
country road. You just find your way.
there are many variations on that.
Yeah, see, what I was expecting, with this country road bit was gonna be either the hook or the girl,
Ooh, okay. Yeah, the hook would have been good. I would have liked to have seen that. I mean, again, though, the thing with like the hook is just the idea of there's this crazy person going around killing people
with a hook.
That's the thing. This lady doesn't have a hook, but she's still a little old lady going around like just racking up a body count again. I mean, she's killed like 7 people so far. I mean, for a little old lady,
she gets it. Yeah, she stays active.
She stays at
young.
That's what keeps her so young. all that bloodthirsty murder. It's really good for the skin. That's the secret to youth, to eternal beauty in youth.
So, Mrs. Geller, you've made it to 100 years of age. What's your secret? Wink.
Murder. What? Yeah, I mean, it's I think that, again, what we've noticed about the older television shows that we've watched here on the stream is that the older ones tend to be more willing to like produce a body count or to have like, like last week's episode, there was a body count, It was like 5 people got murdered on last week's episode.
Yeah.
So,
especially in the back half, people just started dropping like flies.
I mean, and then when and Lights Out and even Tales of Tomorrow had some episodes that were like that, and then you think about a One Step Beyond or The Veil, we'd be lucky if we got a death or like more than one death. Let's put it that way. There'd be like one. It was all usually very
implication of a death.
Yeah, and it was usually there was like some kind of very practical reason behind the murder. It wasn't, there's an escaped maniac on the loose. They're just killing people to kill people. That's just, by the late 50s, they would probably say that was too excessive for television. But in the early 50s, you could still get away with it. So I think that we're gearing up for a good second half. I'm excited to see this showdown between this couple and this murderess. We'll see who comes out on top.
Yeah, we'll see. Do we have any? Please tell me we have an Autolite commercial tonight.
Oh no! Autolite commercial for the main commercial. I want to make sure.
Settle for that poster.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's just the poster. That's all we get. Some of these episodes that we'll watch of Suspense will maybe have like commercials, and some of them won't. That's just kind of how a lot of these TV shows that we've watched have been. Some of the episodes that we watch still have the original commercials. Some of them don't. And tonight's didn't even have the intro credits. It just got right in. So unfortunately, we're deprived from seeing our wonderful sponsor Autolite, but it's nice to have a reputable sponsor once again. And I'm excited to see if they can work more product placement in the episodes like they did tonight. That was smart. We'll have to keep a keen eye out in every other episode.
Right. If we have any other lonely gas stations.
Yep. Look out for the Autolite sign. Yeah. It's pretty much, they moved pretty quickly in the story in the first half there, and they set it up pretty well. So I think we're in store for some good payoffs. Of course, the couple are already sufficiently scared, so raises the tension for. And our math professor is actor John Forsythe, who we've seen at least one other time on our mini-sodes back when we watched Tales of Tomorrow. Wait, was he on Tales of Tomorrow? I think it was Tales of Tomorrow. It was oh god, I had it in my mind and now I'm already forgetting. I can't remember which episode of Tales of Tomorrow he was in, but he was also in an episode of Lights Out. It was the one where there's the oh shoot, man. I'm forgetting all my episodes now. Hold on. Let me see this. Hold on. I want to get these right. Hold on.
He's got to get it right. It's gonna bother him if he doesn't get
it really will. Hold on. So let's see. John Forsythe, Lights Out. The Angry Birds. He was the guy in the Angry Birds.
Oh, of course.
He always plays like intellectual, kind of fast talking, sarcastic types. Like that's, seems to be the type that he fit into pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, in Tales of Tomorrow, I thought he was in Tales of Tomorrow. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was just that. I thought he was in Tales. I guess I'm just confused. But no. So we've seen him before, and of course he's in one of my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movies, which we'll be seeing a trailer for during the break. It is, of course, The Trouble with Harry, which is not one of Alfred Hitchcock's better known films. It's kind of one that some people turn their nose up to because it's a little more of a comedy than like his movies would have, dark humor, like some comedic relief. Mm-hmm. But this one is like an out and out like black comedy. It's still all dark humor, but it's a comedy. And it's actually it's a very, I don't know, it's a very intelligent movie. It's very witty, it's very fast, it's very Hitchcock. It's very much his sensibilities. And I first saw it when I was like younger, and it's like the perfect fall movie. So, definitely once the leaves start to turn, I recommend watching The Trouble with Harry, because it takes place in this little rural town in Vermont. And so the trailer that we're going to see actually frames itself like a travel log for autumn in Vermont, but it's really the trailer for The Trouble with Harry. And of course, John Forsythe here, he plays, another sarcastic intellectual type. He plays an artist who's, kind of the smartest guy in the little town, and he's kind of smarting off at everybody. He falls in love with Shirley MacLaine in her screen debut, and she's very good. It's the one time that Hitchcock doesn't have a blonde as his leading lady. It's probably not the only time, but it's one of the few times in this period that the leading lady is not a blonde. There's no blonde in the movie. So Hitchcock was kind of trying to like break out of some of the tropes that had been assigned to him, and so it's just different. And it's got a fun movie out of it. We're going to see this trailer for The Trouble with Harry, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting conclusion of Suspense on a Country Road. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Come with us to beautiful New England as our VistaVision camera fills the screen with the gorgeous panorama of its scenic splendors. For this is that perfect moment in time when the magic wand of autumn touches its rolling historic hills and transforms them into a veritable wonderland of dazzling color. Here we find the Indian summer that the Pilgrims gloried in. For now, even as in that long distant day, Mother Nature offers its bounty for the thankful eyes of those fortunate enough to share it. In the charming little villages, living with the heirlooms of their storied past. the azure waters of the tranquil lakes, a covered bridge spanning the lazy waters of a rippling stream, the golden boughs of a majestic maple shading the deep blue skies. And here in the peaceful woods, every little boy is the monarch of all he surveys, his trusty space gun a deadly weapon to defend himself against the dangers of the unknown. A child at play, while all around him the countryside slumbers as quietly as this wayfaring stranger who has paused in this lovely glade for a restful nap in the sun. But wait a moment. Something's wrong here. This man isn't sleeping. He's dead.
The trouble with Harry is that he's dead, and one of these real nice people could have caused that trouble. Perhaps the sweet old sea captain, who actually wasn't a very good shot, or the New England spinster, who would go to any lengths to defend her honor, or the enchanting redhead, who had been Harry's unkissed bride, or the unconventional artist, who was mad about Harry's widow, or the bum who needed a new pair of shoes, or the nearsighted surgeon who liked to read poetry out loud. Yes, the unconventional Mr. Hitchcock has done it again, just as he did with Rear Window, playing a most unusual story against a new and different background. And the only trouble is, you won't stop laughing at The Trouble with Harry.
And we are back. It's about a body, folks. Yeah, so that's the trailer for The Trouble with Harry. And yeah, it's a very different kind of Hitchcock movie, as you can tell just by that trailer. And it's I don't know, you know, I mean, again, I took a class on Hitchcock in college, and so I took the opportunity for one of the papers that I had to write about this film, because you just don't see a lot about it. And you know, so
Here, do you remember what the final for that class was?
For the Hitchcock class?
Yeah.
It was what did I do? Oh God, wait, what was the final?
Do you have like a written exam for that? Like,
no, it was like a paper, I'm pretty
Finals the
sure.
Birds.
What did I do? That wasn't my paper, was it? That wasn't the final one. I'm gonna have to think on that. I don't remember what that's crazy now that I think about it. I don't remember what my final was in there, but I thought it was a paper. But yeah,
send Garrett back to school.
I'm gonna have to go back and retake that Hitchcock class again. Oh well. I would enjoy it. I would have fun. But yeah, I mean, again, it's just funny the way that movie bucks the tropes that you would associate with Hitchcock. And it was also like, you know, there's no big stars in that movie at a time where a lot of his movies had like Jimmy Stewart or Cary Grant or some big name, and usually some big location. Like Hitchcock had all these things that people had kind of associated with him, and that's like the one movie where he's like, I'm gonna be a little weird with it. And a lot of it is focused on like, it's a farce kind of about romance and a little bit about sex, but you know, the code was still around, so you couldn't really, you know.
The implication of sex.
But still, the painter played by John Forsythe is like, says to his love interest, I'd like to paint you nude. So that's like, you know, it's a little forward, yeah, for 1950.
Say that on a movie.
Yeah. Oh no, he Hitchcock liked to push the bounds of what was considered like you know, what the code kind of would or wouldn't allow. Like, I mean, again, Psycho's the classic example with that, and you like to push it. And then yeah, as y'all brought up in the chat, that the Beeve, Jerry Mathers from Leave It to Beaver, he's the little boy, the son of Shirley MacLaine's character. And yeah, it's like his first movie. He's like 4. It was like before he did Beaver, so he's very little. Maybe he's not 4, but he's young. It was before he played Beaver. So
before it was Beaver, because Bunny was the muskrat.
Right, exactly, the muskrat. No, I mean, he's having fun, and I believe that one of the other actresses in that movie is also in tonight's episode. That would be Mildred Natwick, who I think is playing our serial killer here. I could be wrong about that, but I'll see her. I know we'll see her, the serial killer, in the second half, so I'll get a chance to like scrutinize a little bit. But I believe that it's her, which if so, then that's cool that her and John Forsythe, before they did The Trouble with Harry, they did tonight's episode of Suspense. And that was a total accident on my part. It was just ended up being the perfect trailer that I could have chosen because it has 2 actors. But I've got to confirm. Before confirmation. We're not, you know.
It's my fact check.
Let's not celebrate too early. Okay, we're gonna see shortly here. I'll have an answer for you. And some obviously we don't all have computers, and somebody can't just go up on IMDb and look. But let's keep it a surprise for us. But yeah, so we're about to get into the exciting second half of On a Country Road, and so far we've had this young couple who's gotten lost while there's a escaped maniac on the loose, and their car's running out of gas and they're hoofing it, and escaped maniac, she's on their trail. She's out for blood.
What are they gonna do?
What are they gonna do? I don't know, Evan. What do you think they're gonna do?
I think that we're gonna get a hard left turn, twist ending, and this couple, it turns out, is actually they're both the escaped insane woman.
Ah, okay. Yeah, he's just a crazy guy. That would make sense. That's why he's talking nonsense the whole time.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, this is oh gosh, there's a movie like that. I can't remember. What am I thinking?
You're not thinking about The Sadist, are you?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
We've seen so many movies at this point. Yeah, just, you know, crazy couples killing people. Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen a few of those. But yeah, we're dealing in tropes tonight on this country road. If we've learned anything, we'll see. We'll see how it shakes out.
Go back to the car, and there's a hook on the door handle.
Ah, there we go. Then that would bring it all back around. That would be pretty great. We'll see. On that note, Evan, if you have it queued up, and I am at 10:38.
Okay.
All right, then we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of On a Country Road right now. Ooh, guys, turn it into an old Dark House movie.
We need to use your phone. Oh, no, I insist you have to spend the night in the spooky house.
Please.
Don't mind my butler. He's harmless.
Oh, that's her for a second. They're just coming in, making themselves at home, I guess.
Hey, Nice and snug in here, huh?
Yes, yes.
Out here in the country, we don't need locks on our doors.
Yeah, ship-shape. Boy, am I dead tired.
Oh, so much.
Yeah, good expression to use at this time.
Yeah. It's a strain, wasn't it?
Glad to be in here.
Here, put your head down.
Ah!
David, she's at the window. Let me in.
What do you want? Why do you want to come in here?
I think there's someone after me. David, don't.
Oh, David, you fool.
Did you see her face? Did you ever see such a hideous face?
I'm sorry. Can't let you in. Too late to let you in a night like this.
Please, please. David, I know that's the woman they're looking for. Her eyes were wide.
Maybe she's scared of the storm.
No, that's a crazy, frantic look.
What do you mean? Crazy people don't always look crazy.
Don't leave me, David, break the door. Help me put the spell on me.
You know, you have kind of a wild look yourself. What I mean is, actually, the
I can teach a class on differential calculus. I can know how to tell a crazy person.
I mean, I'd be much more scared of a sweet little old lady that went to the library every day and kept canaries.
Talking to keep up your nerve.
No, but what I mean is, this woman is scared in a good, big, healthy, normal way.
Ah!
Get away from there! Stay away, I tell you.
We've got a gun. My husband's got
Bust
a gun.
through the
The
window.
farmhouse down the road.
Strong old lady.
My car got stuck and I sat there in the dark listening to the radio. And all I could hear on it was about this mad woman who's right around here somewhere. Did you hear that on the radio too?
Yeah, we did.
And you still won't take me in. You want me to chase him off in the dark, look for some farmhouse, good Lord knows where. Why, how can you just stand there and stare at me?
Okay, go around to the door. We'll let you in.
Oh, please don't let her in.
Once you get a look at her, there's nothing wrong. Of course her eyes are frantic. She's frightened.
You'd never let me in.
Yeah, that's her. That's
I'm
the.
one of those women who falls
She's
into
also
the
in the trouble with
And
Harry.
at night sometimes when I hear things on the radio like this horrible woman with the meat cleaver, I get in a very excited state.
Takes off her jacket, meat cleaver falls out.
Put the lamp in the middle.
Oh, that'd be very nice. Well, do you live near here?
Yeah, Brunswick. I teach at Bowdoin.
Oh, well, I just came over for the day. I live in Augusta.
Oh, we have friends in Augusta. Whereabouts do you live?
Near Rescue. Rescue? Yes, that's where the asylum is.
Oh, your home near the asylum?
Oh, yes. Actually, I'm quite used to those people. I don't know why I should be so frightened tonight. Must be because I'm away from my cats. You have cats? I have 23 of them.
23 cats?
Yes.
She's a maniac.
Abyssinian. They're what? Don't you know Abyssinian cats? Well, they're the most beautiful kind of wild animal gray. I read to them in the evening.
Oh, does this happen every night?
Every single night. Oh, I have to or they'll howl.
What do you read to them?
Milton. Milton's all they want, so I stick to Milton, except when they're naughty, and then I have to punish them. That makes me
Yep, she's certifiable.
David, there's that dog again. Do you hear him? Closer.
That dog escaped from the asylum.
All this time we've sat here talking, I heard these creaking noises. Only I didn't want to say anything because we were all trying to be so calm. There it is again.
The dog doesn't have to be barking at that moment. Maybe there's a house nearby. Maybe it's barking to be let in.
No, it senses somebody. There's somebody out there. That's why it's barking. Believe me, I know animals. See, we could get to a phone. A phone? Why? To call the police, to get help. Oh, no, don't do that.
Why, don't you want the police?
Oh, I do, but you'll get killed. What do you mean? Well, this mad woman, Lucy, will kill you in the dark.
Oh.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, don't run away and leave me. Let's all go together. We'll all go back to your car.
My car? We were out of gas.
Of gas? Oh, no, you can't be.
Yes, you think we parked out here for the fun of it?
It makes us all vulnerable. Makes us all very vulnerable. Dog, stop barking. What do you think that means? Oh.
Yeah, can we do Leslie forget she's busted her hand through the window?
Gasoline out of rain.
Oh, we can't stay here the whole night. Think of something to do, please. I beg of you before it's too late.
Nothing I can do.
Oh, try to think of something, anything. Don't just stand
Now,
there.
take it easy. You'll have us in hysterics.
Oh, look. I've got an idea. Give me your gun.
A gun? Why?
I want it. What's the matter with you? You get stranger every second. Give me your gun. I'll go. I won't be afraid in the dark. I'll go get help and bring it back.
Why, sit down.
Oh, no, please, please, let me go. I can't stay here
I
like
told you
this.
to keep quiet. If you don't, I'll use my gun on you.
Oh, shit.
What is this? Like some horrible nightmare. This is what I dream of when I'm all alone at night. And I get so frightened just before daylight.
Stop it. He hasn't got a gun.
Dorothy.
Oh.
Then you're unarmed.
Yes, what of it? What difference does it make whether I'm armed or not?
Stormstar. David. Come here. Maybe not. What are you going to do? You two are up to something.
My wife meant that now's the time to go for help.
She did not. She meant now's the time for you to get away from me. Yes, I did from you. Oh, how dare you? How dare you try to run away from me?
We know who you are. You're from Augusta, aren't you? And you look like her.
What? Is that what you think? You think I'm that woman?
Me?
I know you are. Oh, you're a little fool.
Now, cut it out.
She needs to listen. That's what your wife
I
needs.
said cut it out.
That's right. Threaten me. Watch me, both of you, while that real woman's out there. All you do is stand here and wait for her to make the next move. Just do one thing for me. Go outside and walk around the house. See if somebody isn't there. Nothing will happen while you're gone. Don't go, David. Someone will be killed. Someone will be killed if he doesn't go out.
Well, that's right. Maybe it was that woman. I mean, I could just walk around the shack, Dorothy.
She could stand right there by the door.
I mean, there is somebody walking around out there. It'll only be a second. Okay? You stand here.
People used to believe that it was only women that had hysteria.
Maybe they were right.
I don't know why. You're in such a state about me.
Oh, no.
In your hand.
I'm the one who ought to be afraid of you.
You've got something shiny in your hand. You've got a piece of glass.
Yes, I have. A long, sharp piece of glass. If you're going to run away and leave me, I'll need protection.
Put it down. Put it down. And we'll let you go. We won't report you.
You still think I'm that woman, don't you?
Please put it down. Put it down, or I'll call my husband. And he'll take it away from you.
No, it's still there.
Ah!
David, still you. She was trying to kill me.
For a second, I was sure she stabbed herself.
Get outside, Dorothy, quickly. Give me that glass.
No,
Give me that glass.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
There it is. There it is.
Little oopsie daisy.
She's dead. She fell on a piece of glass.
She was trying to kill me.
She would have killed us both. Let's get out of here. Let's get down to the road and stop the car.
Let's get
Why are
out
you
of here.
parking way out here?
The sheriff.
Oh, it's the same couple. Well, better lose your way.
Sheriff.
Told you, two right forks. Farmer up the road, he had called me. Said that his dog had been barking at something.
Yes, we caught her.
Who'd you catch?
That woman that escaped.
What are you talking about? That woman was captured a half hour ago.
Oh, no.
No.
The woman from the asylum?
That's right.
Oh, no.
Yes, they trapped her miles from here. Oh, say, there's a car stuck in the ditch up the road there. You ain't seen the owner, have you?
You haven't seen what?
The owner of the car.
Owner of the car stuck in the ditch?
Hey, what is this? Who's playing dumb?
Yeah, we've seen him. He's in that fish shanty right here.
Dang, brutal. Oh, she's alive.
Oh, she's alive.
Looks like she cut herself and passed out.
Lady, you hurt bad?
You better go back and get your first aid kit.
Right. Doesn't look deep.
Oh, I guess she'll be all right. She must have stumbled.
She's gonna slit this guy's throat. Oh no.
Fear does, Dorothy. Fear's bad. Fear grows like crazy, and people lose their heads, lose everything they've got. There's no good losing our heads like that. Now what?
Gotta tell.
Yes. We've got to tell.
Dang, that was it? Wow. Well, that was the conclusion of On a Country Road. What did we think, Evan?
Yeah, that was some conclusion. That it kind of feels like they didn't really commit to the bit.
No, they didn't. Yeah, it
turns out she was fine. They caught the crazy lady, and she was fine.
Well, they made kind of a deal about the couple right there at the end being like, we gotta tell, like, I guess that they fought with her and stabbed her, but like,
yeah, what happened?
I mean, I don't know, like that as y'all have brought up in the chat, Glasser brought up, she did try to stab the other lady. She was definitely kind of losing her marbles a little bit.
I think it would stand up like before a jury.
Yeah, it was just a big misunderstanding. It's what we in the law, the field of law call a whoopsie. So
little glass whoopsie daisy.
Those things just kind of happen every now and again. You know?
I mean, it sure would have been a lot more impactful if that lady hadn't have just been fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, imagine, what is it called? The monsters are due on Maple Street. But that they didn't actually kill that guy.
That's true. I guess I always forget that they do kill a guy. They all kind of gang up on it. It's been a while since I've seen that one.
The classic.
It is a classic. Yeah, and I guess that's, in that case, you just need one murder. You don't need a whole. I mean, here we didn't technically get her murder, but we did hear about a bunch of murders. So that was.
Yeah, I had a lot of off-screen bodies.
It's something. It's better than nothing. So, was the sheriff the killer? Yeah, that's the that's the twist this ending needed. The sheriff pulls off his hat and his long hair falls out and he's really a little old lady. And then he pulls out a meat cleaver and he just starts going to town. No,
it's a small town. These things happen.
These things happen in a small town. Yeah, that's
Country Road.
Yep, this is what you'll find on a country road. So that wasn't bad.
Definitely suspenseful.
Very, right up until the last.
I love the ending, but it was very suspenseful.
Up until the last 2 or 3 minutes, yeah, it was incredibly suspenseful. So, yeah, I'm excited to see, if they can, they can get back to some gruesome territory. But this show is a little more inclined for mystery, a little more inclined for stories that are probably going to ultimately be pretty grounded. Although last week's was very, you know, supernatural, I guess, right?
Yeah, kind of swung for the fences there at the end.
Right. So I couldn't quite get that this week, but maybe we will see what they've got in the weeks to come here on Suspense. But yeah, so far they're generating plenty of suspense. I mean, that, you know, I felt my tension levels going up as that lady was, you know, getting more and more anxious.
I mean, yeah, and especially there's broken glass in play.
Yeah.
I mean, that's way to build suspense.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can't, you know, but meat cleaver would have fallen out of her coat. That wouldn't have been suspense. But when she pulls some broken glass off of a broken window and just starts walking around with it, that's suspense. So that's what we're getting into on Wednesday nights here. And
that is true. The sheriff, I guess they won't really see what happens behind that door, so who knows?
Yep, he kills them all, and he walks
all
right
over
out.
that lobster.
Yep, that dang lobster had to pinch his finger, and it turned into a bloodbath. That's the funny thing about these kinds of stories, you know, is that it all ends up being a case of mistaken identity, right? It was just some other crazy lady. I mean, yeah, not a great ending. Don't love that ending, but
yeah, for a second I thought they were gonna do something with the neighbor, like it turns out it was like the neighbor's wife or something, and he comes looking for her, because I feel like that would be, I mean, that's always when you have somebody show up, they're just like, "Where's my wife?" and just dead.
Yeah, that would have been pretty brutal.
Just the kind of moment.
Yeah, that would have been fun. No, we were deprived of that. I mean, you know, at the very least, it featured 2 actors from a movie I like. So that's, you know,
high praise, 5 stars.
Absolutely. Well, the actress playing the not crazy woman, she's pretty good playing this crazy, not crazy lady.
I mean, yeah, she did a very good job. It was right there in the middle.
Yeah. Had me unsettled for sure, you know.
Yeah. Oh, Garrett, do you know anything about the writers of these? The last one was a Lord Dunsany, right?
Yes, that's right. And this one, you know what? I'm gonna do some research on the fly here. Like I said, this one I know originated from the radio version of Suspense, and it had been adapted a few times on the radio program. And so here, let's see what the crew. Yep, let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see what this guy. Oh, this guy didn't really have anything else, just the story. So, again, the radio origins of this kind of speak to the fact that we'll probably see some other episodes that are culled from the radio. They're just adaptations of the radio show. So I don't know. I mean, I could see that being more effective on radio, honestly, because, well, I don't know. That's tough. I'm gonna need to go listen to the radio.
I mean, I think it could be effective, but I wouldn't say that tonight's, like, the areas where tonight's didn't execute wasn't because it was on TV. It's just because they kind of made a weird choice.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It tends to be that way with a lot of these TV shows, is that they have some good things going for it, but usually it's like a bad decision here or there. And it's just like makes the whole experience kind of which, you know, doesn't negate the suspense that I felt. So it's checking the boxes. It's doing its job. So
it's a nice ride.
It was a nice ride. So we'll be getting after it again next Wednesday, bringing you more suspense. But of course, this Friday, we're going to be celebrating the very special spooky day that is Friday the 13th. Of course, yeah, it's a hallowed day for all of us, you know, fans of the spooky and the scary and all things horror. And you know, we here at the Scream Stream, we wanted to find a way to pay homage to the great, you know, spirit of celebrating all this stuff. And I think that what really embodies that is the spook show or the horror show, which is a trend that died out a long time ago. We're bringing it back as only we can do here on the Scream Stream.
Resurrecting this tradition.
We're bringing a live Chamber of Horrors into your living rooms. So you better look out, because you know, you may not know that they're still you know, wrapping skulls out there. You may not know that we have a gorilla man that is ready to you know, tear through your living room. And we've got all kinds of monsters for you. We're gonna have a live mummy for you. We're gonna have Bolts live from Hollywood. And you know, if you don't know what that is, I legally cannot tell you. So you're gonna have to tune in on Friday at we haven't set Evan, we're gonna go ahead and make this decision here live on the air.
No,
we want to
do
right
now.
Are we gonna do 9? Are we gonna do earlier? Are we gonna do again?
I think 9 is fine.
9 is fine.
Yeah, it's our usual time.
9 is our usual time. Again, they would do these spook shows back in the day at midnight. So we're obviously not gonna wait to midnight. We're not gonna start at midnight.
Nobody's watching.
I mean, hey, for our viewers,
y'all gotta stay up late on Friday.
Our viewers in you know, who are in different time zones, it may not be too bad for them.
Well, that's true. That is true. Time zones are a thing.
But for us, yeah, trying to do an hour and a half show starting at midnight, that might be a little bit more of a lift than we can handle here. So we will be bringing you Spakenstein's Chamber of Horrors, a Friday the 13th celebration this Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Please come and hang out in the chat. You know, we're going to be doing some bits. We're going to be doing some sketches and things. Although we're going to be, you know, these monsters are going to have, you know, our attractions in the chamber. They're all going to have their special, you know, their special, what's the word I'm looking for here? Not abilities, but they're each going to be displaying their different strengths, right? So we hope that, you know, we hope that it's a nice celebration, and we want you all to be there for it. And Get rowdy.
It'll
Let's
be
have
fun.
fun. It's gonna be a good time.
It'll be fun. It'll be something a little different. Something that we've wanted to put together for a little while now.
Yep. We kind of tried our hand at this a little under a year ago, and it went okay, but we didn't really make it our own.
Our formula.
We tweaked it a little more to our comedic stylings, because I mean, again, yes, the showman me is telling you it's gonna be scary, but the real me is gonna go ahead and tell you this is going to be a comedy presentation.
Wink at
It's
the camera.
gonna be we're gonna be having a lot of fun. It's gonna be kind of goofy and silly. The editing, it's all gonna be very silly. So we're gonna have fun. We want you guys to have fun with it. It's gonna be
Do you want to say what movie we're going to be showing?
Duh. Thank you. Of course. It wouldn't be a spook show unless you had a feature presentation. And maybe this isn't technically a feature presentation because it's only 30 minutes. But we will
featurette presentation.
It's a featurette presentation. We will run some other movies afterward, but the main feature we're going to be running alongside our Chamber of Horrors is Monsters Crash the Pajama Party, which, if you don't know, it was a movie, a featurette that was made especially for a spook show. And I don't know in what terms they used it. We're kind of doing our own thing with it. But the movie kind of embodies the silly, just kind of fun spirit of the spook shows and of the show that we're hoping to present to you on Friday. But of course, we're bringing a little modern twist to it. So, but Monsters
kind of putting on a pajama party. That's almost what this is. Right?
Pretty much, yeah. We're gonna be getting into shenanigans and running around and staying up late and just having a good old time. It's I mean, this movie is it's very simple. It's exactly in the title. It's some, it's I guess it's a sorority that they're having their initiation or something by spending the night in this haunted house. And there's, a mad scientist and a gorilla and
oh, of course.
They got everything. So but we're excited to feature that alongside our Chamber of Horrors, which again, it's gonna be a ghastly good time. And I think that I'll run, we'll do the show, and then we'll maybe do like a little Q&A after. We'll chat with you guys just about the show, and if you have any questions or anything like that, just have a kind of celebration of it. And then we'll be doing I'll probably run at least one other movie after that. I'll probably run like The Brain That Wouldn't Die or something. Not a new movie. A movie we've already seen before. In that same spirit of fun. So, yes, we're no pillow fight scheduled, but we'll see. We'll see. It wouldn't be. I guess it wouldn't be a pajama party without a pillow fight.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody wear your pajamas on Friday.
If your pajamas are just a striped nightgown and a little hat with a little ball at the end of it, and then you're doing pajamas right, is what I say. But
you're dressed like Ebenezer Scrooge.
That was like a meme going around for a little bit. It's like people are like, this is about to like, it's a picture of that like get up, and it's like about to have the most comfortable sleep of my life. It cracks me up. I love that stuff. Because that is the thought. You see these old school fancy things, you're like, man, that must have been really comfortable. Otherwise, why would you get in such a get up? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to I'll get there one day. But yeah, we're gonna be having a lot of fun on Friday. Of course, on Saturday we'll have our Saturday night shockers, and then back onto regularly scheduled programming next week. So get ready for this horror show on Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, until then, enjoy your week and survive, get through it. Appreciate everybody watching tonight. Kathy, Glastra, Nice Fan, Sears. Appreciate everybody hanging out in the chat, making it fun as always. Of course. Oh god, I almost forgot all the socials. If you want to follow us on the socials, you can keep up with what we're going to be watching, or normal weeks, what our cocktail is going to be, all that good stuff.
We won't have a cocktail this week since we're doing something a little different.
Right.
But we'll be getting back on that next week.
Taking a hiatus. We'll be back after the cocktails, though, soon. But if you want to find any of our past recipes to drink along on Friday, something spooky to go with this Chamber of Horrors show, you can find pretty much all of Evan's past recipes on our Instagram page, which is at Scream Stream Show. We're also over on Twitter and TikTok at Scream Stream Show. Of course, if you want to go check out any of our past episodes, you can find us over on our YouTube page. We're over there at Scream Stream Live, so check that out, like and subscribe. If you want to follow Evan or myself on the socials, you can find me over on Twitter at Spakenstein, and Mr. Evan Sink is on Twitter and Instagram at Caligari Hurst. Anything before we sign off tonight, Evan?
You know who the real winners were tonight? Those 23 cats.
Yep, they're gonna be eating that premium cat food till they're fat and can't move around anymore. They're gonna be living large thanks to this attempted murder settlement.
Yeah.
I guess crime does pay sometimes. So until next time, sweet screams, everybody.
And to all, a good fright.